Hey y'all, it's Allie. It's been a while. And I know I've said that like every single video, but I am kind of getting in a groove again. I have notes. I was gonna do a video on this growth book that I have here, and I'm done with it, and I have another one. This one is completely full. Don't you just love like a full journal? This book has replaced my spiritual journal. I used to have it all in a TN. I was gonna do a video on this, but I was gonna ease into it because I just wanted like a catch-up video. I am going to be filming this soon, I promise. I was gonna tell you what has been prohibiting me from filming, because you're like, where the heck are you? I've been getting comments and messages of just like, we miss you, where are you? And I'm really sorry. I have notes for my Chatty video because I know I could go on a million bunny trails, but just to give you the bullet points of what the heck has been going on. So my last video was, I believe, a creative one with the journaling cards when my letters came out. And I love those cards. Those cards are a really great way for me to just quickly create something. And it helps me out because I also love Bible verses. It gets me chewing on the word and all that fun stuff. So that was my last video. Gosh, that was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. The letters, that product, those letter stamps, they're right here. These, I'm so blessed that y'all were so kind to support me. I've been seeing so many people use these and they're having so much fun with them. Bible journalers, card makers, like so many people. It's just a good, like you need a good letter set in your collection. That's just what I think. And I've had different letter sets before, but this one I just go, like the style of the outline letters is I go to it over and over and over again because it's just very versatile, you know what I mean? It's sleek and it's just, I don't know, I like mixing up things. Like if you came to my home, you would see eclectic and some modern type tastes, but you'd also see like vintage furniture. And like I got this chair, like this chair I've had, and I got it reupholstered, and it's like a cool modern print on a vintage chair. I love doing that in my journaling and just like mixing stuff up. Because the stamp did so well, I was able to purchase floors for my home. Y'all know I've moved into a house, and this is an old house, and I love old houses, but it needed a lot of work. I think I want to put a before and after picture in here. I'm gonna put some before and afters because I think people like to see them, because some people don't follow me on Instagram that are on YouTube. So we had just, this house is over 30, is it 35 years old? It's 30, it's 1960. Don't make me do math. Oh, it's 1965. So how old is that? 54, no. Is that right? No, yeah. It's 54 years old, which is actually not old, like in my opinion, because we've had an over 100-year-old home before. I like those, but you can't get those like here. To get those, you're either in a really bad area or you're in a really great area that they've been, like the area's been turned around and like now historic, and so you can't even get those houses. They're like millions of dollars. It's kind of like a risk-taking thing of buying one of those downtown and flipping it and hoping for the best that the area flips it also. But so we bought a house here in the northeast side of San Antonio, and it's 54 years old, so it's still not a new house. I don't like new construction. Like, just things have changed over the years in how people build homes. So because it's an older home and because it's like only had 2 owners, there was just a lot of updates. And also the previous owners that had it, they smoked in the home, And so there was a ton of smoke damage. It smelled like you would walk through the door and you'd be like, ooh. It would punch you in the face. It was so bad. And even now you can still, even though we've ripped out the carpet and I've scrubbed the walls and I've primed and I've painted ceilings, walls, there's still trim pieces, obviously, that I haven't been able to take down yet. And then I still think it's in the vents. You can still kind of smell it when you come inside after you've been away for a while, I can still smell it. So it's a little irritating, but that's just the joys of buying a cheaper home and flipping it. And we're staying here. We're not flipping it to like make money or anything. But we will make money when we move finally, which who knows? I hope we don't move super soon. Please God, no. I am tired of moving. We've been renoing this house. A lot of y'all have seen that over on my Instagram. I have a whole highlight from when we first got the house. And so anyway, all that to say, we got floors because all of the floors were different. So that stamp said the sales were able to help me get floors and some more stamps, obviously. I always put back into the business too. So we got the floors and that was a huge job. Like David did so well, but it was like we helped too, like especially with the tile removal, like in the kitchen. That was like the biggest area and it was all hands on deck and that was super fun, but dusty. It was crazy. We removed the tile in the kitchen. David removed old original tile in the floor in the bathroom in the hallway, and then we removed tile in our bathroom. So those are the areas that we had to remove tile. So there's tile dust that was everywhere because I'm an idiot and I did not put any sort of tarps. I should have put tarps over the doors. We did in the other two because of how bad it was. Like I had to dust my plants. I had to dust my cat. I had to dust everything. Like everything had dust all over it. So that happened. And then right after I would say right, but maybe like a few days after we finished that project, we have an event every year called 10 Days. And it is 10 days of consecration and prayer and fasting. And it kind of follows Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur, that space of time. See, this is why I'm supposed to stay on my notes. Oh my gosh. So that happened and that's 10 days. And every night we would go to a different church in the city and we would have a meeting and it was supposed to be 2 hours long, but we were there early and then we were like the last ones to leave because so many people want to talk to you and you're like seeing people again for the year and it's wonderful because some of these people we aren't able to connect with but once a year because we're all so busy. So that was like 10 days in a row. And y'all know me, I'm an introverted person. I'm not a person that's like, yeah, let's be around people for 10 days. Actually, the 5th day I stayed home, I was like, Dave, I need to stay home. Like I'm out, my brain's like fried. I need like some time to just be quiet. And so I did for the 5th day and the rest of the time I went. This was the most, I will say this was probably the first year that I was actually super involved and participating because I didn't have Patreon to go back to or wasn't like heavily filming for YouTube or anything like that. It was really, really good. I was so happy about that. So that happened and then, look at my notes. Okay, so after that I was pooped. You know how you like when you go on a vacation that's like super full of events and it's full of activity. And if you're a person like me that's hypersensitive or highly sensitive, then you kind of need like decompression time. So after 10 days, I was like decompressing and everything. And then my birthday was yesterday and it was fabulous. I've had such a great month. So that's kind of been like what I've been doing. The other thing of why I was kind of like had these little roadblocks. I get like these roadblocks in my head where I feel like I can't do something unless XYZ is in place. So the lockers that you see behind me are now in their final destination in the living room in the front area. They weren't there always because these floors weren't in here. It was like carpet pad with brittle asbestos tile underneath. They were not able to be moved until the floors were done. So they were in the kitchen and there's a big old dining room in the kitchen. There's just all sorts of stuff and there's really not a lot of light in the kitchen. So I could not film, like I like being in front of my lockers, gosh darn it. Like that's what y'all like to see. That's what I like to see. That's how I started this thing. That's how I'm gonna die. It's gonna be the lockers. We had to wait until the floors were done to move the lockers so that I could have them in the right light so I could film. Yeah. That just happened, right? Like recently. When did we finish the floors, Dave?
Right before the 10 days.
Was it 27th-ish?
Sure.
I think it was like the 27th. So yeah, not even a month ago, we finished the floors. The other thing there was another thing too. I was using, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was using, not GarageBand, that's the one for music, iMovie. I was using iMovie to edit my videos, and I really wanted to up my game. I needed more layers. I wanted to do more fun stuff. And so I ended up getting Adobe Premiere. I was paying yearly for Adobe Premiere. And now that I'm not on Patreon, like it's expensive. Like over the years, I have spent, oh gosh, I didn't want to think about how much I've spent on the video editing. But they charge you every year. I mean, you can do it month. You can do it month to month, but I just like the year and get it over with. You know what I mean? So I just didn't want to be charged every year for that. And I was researching the difference between Final Cut Pro, which is like the advanced pro version of iMovie, versus Premiere. And honestly, the things that I was reading about or watching these different like pitting one against the other on YouTube, because people would like compare them. I actually preferred Final Cut than Adobe. So that was like $300. So I had to save for that. I bought it. I have it now. And so now I can edit these videos and do the fun stuff that I've been wanting to do. Oh my gosh, there's another gnat again. Oh, I gotta get those gnat traps. All that to say, oh my gosh, so much time. All that to say that I feel like everything is like set up. Like even today, I'm like still in my workout clothes. I'm like, oh, I should probably do my hair and do some makeup and I need to change. I'm like, no. Like the stars have to be aligned just right. No. Like I just need to get in front of the camera and film this update video and share why I've been absent, and then just continue, you know? And I did an IG live this morning and it got deleted. I didn't delete it, like IG just shut down, so I wasn't able to save it. And I did another one too, but basically we were talking about perfectionists and like how I'm a recovering perfectionist, and it's really hard for me to like accept, like I'm really big on quality, like things being really nice and making sure they're good, because if I'm providing it to you like a service or product, then I want it to be amazing. And how art has really helped me to be free from just like overthinking. It's my biggest problem, is overthinking stuff. Yeah, I will be getting this out very quickly. I'm not gonna overthink it. And then next week, I'm starting my rhythm again. I'm not promising a video a week because part of my filming schedule will be classes on the website, but I'm hoping to be more present here on YouTube. And so that's my goal. And I feel like after the house, I mean, this is like major stuff. Like when you move your family and then you have to go through it, like I literally am surrounded by crap. I feel like this is my very first video on YouTube. Remember that video I had like at the very beginning, and I just was like super vulnerable and just showed all of my crap everywhere? Like it's still everywhere. I still have to go through stuff. I still have to paint. Like we have to put ceiling up on the in the garage conversion. I've got to paint stuff. Like there's life happening, but I still want to be a part of your life too. So that means I better get my butt in this chair and film some stuff sometimes. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I will see y'all later. Bye. Poop. There's like gnats all over my house. And there's cat hair. Count Zinzendorf likes to sleep on my stuff.
You say bye, internet.
No.